Hi, I'm Jen Stacy. Welcome to Living the Florida Life, which is a new lifestyle show that showcases everything there is to love about this slice of paradise. This week, we'll hit the road with the food truck craze that is in the fast lane here in the Sunshine State. We'll try to find out their recipe for success. We'll introduce you to a Florida couple with a fascinating story. She is a Hemingway, and just like her famous uncle Ernest, she too is a writer and an artist. Her husband, a New York Times best-selling author who is also behind a hugely popular TV show. We'll swing over to the golf course and pay a visit to the golf doctor. He'll give us his prescription to better our golf game. Then finally, we'll meet the local couple who are now the second largest purveyors of stone crabs in the entire world. We'll learn how they traded in North Dakota winters and farming for a successful life here in paradise. But first, as we know, Southwest Florida is one of the best boating areas in the entire country. So it's no surprise that it's also home to one of the top boat builders in the world. Hang on, we are heading out with Nortec. We're going to see firsthand why they are some of the fastest and most sought after boats on the water.
There was more the passion for it that got us started. After a few years, to start taking off. So we basically started a company with only 3 of us in the beginning. We did everything ourselves.
Trond Schau and Niles Johnson, two friends from Norway, moved to Cape Coral in the 80s and parlayed their love of the water into a small boat building company named Nortec in 1991.
We actually started with a 50-foot high-performance V-bottom, so it's pretty unique. So it went from the 50V to the 38, and then we went to a 43V. And then after that, we got into the cat market, which we had a long run with, you know, and we did over 300 high-performance catamarans. Wow. So in 2007, when the market fell through, then that whole market fell apart, and that's when we started getting into these center consoles. And the center console has really taken off like crazy, you know, and we were lucky to be in early on it, but now everybody's making a center console, but since we were in early, we got a good head start of everybody, so.
Well, not everybody's making it quite like this. We're on the 39, and this is one of your best sellers, right?
Yeah, this is clear of a bestseller. We have a year waiting time for production on these, and we are now getting close to hull number 200 of these.
Incredible. Nortec center consoles, ranging from 30 to 56 feet, all boast a cabin with a berth, a head, plenty of seating, Garmin electronics, and JL audio systems.
Most people use them to go out as a day boat, hang out, bring friends and family, and it's fun for everybody, you know. Everybody have a good time on a boat like this.
Today, despite nearly 20-mile-per-hour winds off Sanibel, we enjoy a smooth ride, cutting through the waves at an effortless 74 miles per hour. It's no surprise. Nortec boats hold multiple distance, offshore, and speed world records. The 39 center console with a special distinction. What is the top speed on this?
This boat tops out at 82 miles an hour.
And it jumps right out of the water, too. Even in this chop, we're having no issues whatsoever. Cut right through it.
This boat here has triple 400. We also do quads, you know, where you have 4 400s. With 4 400s, we achieve to go over 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
So that's the fastest center console on the market.
Let's talk about that. You did. This is, Nortec created the fastest center console on the market today.
Yes, and nobody has beaten us on that yet, you know, and for its size, you know. So that's pretty incredible. We did that actually 2 years ago, so.
And that was a factory boat. That wasn't a custom.
No.
We wanted to find out what's buoying the company's incredible growth, and we didn't have to travel far. Nortec's factory is in North Fort Myers, and they're in the process of expanding to a new 50,000 square foot facility in Cape Coral, adding to their current staff of more than 200. Co-founder and designer Niles Johnson spends his days there, perfecting current models and the next boats that'll be making waves.
We had the performance, we had the styling, which we were famous for, and we took all those details and put into a center console, which made all of a sudden you could buy a center console that would actually turn and go and get on plane and doesn't go like this and up and down like that. And you had something that actually functioned. And I think that's the key to our success.
Well, you're going to get the Nortec tour of the factory. We don't use any wood anymore in the boats. We're using this material here called PVC. This PVC stuff is fantastic because you can glue it and you can fiberglass on it.
So with that technology, basically you have a strong but light hull, so that allows you the speed and the fuel efficiency as well.
Exactly. It's all about keeping the weight down, make it light, and make it durable. This is where we smell money. This smell you smell in here, that's for us money. So in here is where all the boats are glass. So in the background here, you see all the big molds. Okay. So currently we're building the 34, the 39, 45, and 55. And this big monsters that you see here is the mold for our 80-footer.
Wow. The boats are made with sandwich construction between the fiberglass on the sides with solid fiberglass hulls.
All the boats are hand-laid. So they see that's all done by hand. You don't do anything with the hand laying of a hull. It's the safest way to get the quality to the best.
Nortecs are completely customizable, thanks in part to their own in-house upholstery department, mixing station and huge downdraft paint booth, and rigging station. Around 35 boats are under construction at any given time, with 2 to 3 completed each week. Their price tags? The 34 to 39s range from $500,000 to $700,000. 45 feet and up, $1 million or more.
It's nice that people are also willing to pay the money for these boats now. You know, it's not the bargaining that we used to have before. People would barter, but they, like I said, they know what they want. They're willing to pay what we need to get for these boats in order to stay in business.
So, Trond, what is your favorite boat?
This old one.
Up next, we'll enjoy some Florida flavor and find out what's driving the success of the food truck craze.
Pinchers was built around teamwork and family. The passion that we have of serving fresh seafood at Pinchers is unbelievable. The red grouper, the black grouper, the triple tail. Only the good Lord knows what he's going to put in the traps or on a hook. Stone crab is so sweet, it is God's greatest invention in the world, the stone crab. The large and the jumbo are for the egos who like to spend a lot of money. We now have Pinchers from Tampa to Key West, including Marco Island. From the water to the table, you can't fake fresh.
Food trucks are one of the fastest growing businesses in the state of Florida. You can find them at all kinds of different events. So what's the driving force behind these roving restaurants? We caught up with a few of the most popular ones to get their recipe for success.
We work 13, 14, maybe 15 days a month. So we have the flexibility of enjoying our life.
We were in food manufacturing industry and our plant closed down, went overseas. So it was kind of one of those moments in life where you just get the opportunity to rethink. We said, let's start a food truck.
These business owners aren't the only ones jumping into the food wagon. Food trucks are one of the fastest growing businesses in Florida. Nationwide, they're estimated to have generated $2.7 billion in revenue last year, a fourfold increase in just 5 years.
It's not brain surgery. We've got the system down to where we could really work for, do a 10 to 12 hour event, and do $10,000 in a single day off this truck.
When you buy food from a food truck, you're dealing with the owner. And the owners, they want to make sure you're happy.
And it's hard not to be happy, especially given the vast variety of food offered in these rolling restaurants. Like the savory Swiss tradition of raclette cheese at Sweet Cheeses, where they scrape gooey Gouda from its wheel for a new twist on the classics.
This is our grilled cheeses.
Grilled cheeses?
Yes, it is our version of a grilled cheese sandwich. It's got thin sliced tomato, balsamic finish caramelized onions, and on a thin sliced Italian bread.
Oh my gosh.
With a scrape of cheese.
Give it a try. Let's see. There's no dainty way to do this, so. You're my new best friend. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So good.
You know what, I'm just gonna skip the diet today because cheese is one of my favorite things. Everything is so good. My compliments to the chef.
Awesome.
Oh, great job.
She really knows
Definitely
what
want to
she's
check
doing.
it out. Sweet cheeses.
Sweet cheeses.
We also dove into some succulent seafood at Mob's de Lobster.
Two of my most popular items, we have a 4-cheese lobster mac, as well as a Maine lobster roll, which is the traditional style New England lobster roll.
Okay, so this
Jen, I'd love you to try this.
okay.
I want to see them.
There's a lot of lobster out here.
Yes, there is.
All right. That's heaven. Wow. That's awesome.
You know what I tell people? If you don't like my lobster mac, I will pay to get your taste buds fixed because they're broke.
Finally, for dessert, we cruise on over to Coasting Donuts.
We do hot mini donuts. Everything is made hot and fresh on our truck. We also do churros and fried Oreos.
So these are all your own recipe.
Yes. Very simple recipe of just cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, a little vanilla extract, and strawberry.
In the batter, you said has
flavor to
vanilla in it. It's a special batter as
It
well.
is. It's a vanilla buttermilk.
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
So, do you want a fork? It's a little less messy that way.
You know, why not? I'll just go like this.
take it
dive
on
in.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. It's heaven.
Thank you.
It really is. That is incredible.
Thank you. Yes,
Oh,
they're
God.
a very light, fluffy donut. They're not dense. They're crispy.
Wow. I can see why you sold 200,000 of these in the past 15 months. This
Yes,
is amazing.
thank you.
Food trucks must be licensed and comply with all regulations. These are in the fast lane to success, winning awards and praise from customers throughout the Sunshine State.
Obviously, we do it to make a living, but it's great to get that reaction from people that it's so positive. And that's what it's all about. Show the love, put the love into the product, and the love will come back to you.
Up next, what do you get when you combine a Hemingway with a best-selling author behind an immensely popular TV show? A fascinating couple with immeasurable talent. Plus, we'll get a prescription for better golf from the golf doctor.
You know where to find me?
Cat Country 107.1.
It's your favorite radio station.
It's the way I get to you.
Nothing like a great song.
And there's nothing like country music.
Kicking off the workday with a commercial-free 60-minute Cat Jam.
First thing in the morning
and last thing at night.
Starting your day with the Bobby Bone Show.
The best songs,
The biggest artists.
All in one place.
Cat Country 107.1.
We'll see you there.
This used to be a yacht club in the area. It's an open-air restaurant, as you can see. Edison Ford is right next to us. 250,000 people that go to Edison Ford who have the opportunity to come over here and have lunch. The weather's perfect for being an outdoor restaurant. So God's greatest dining room is Southwest Florida, and come visit. From the boat to the table, you can't fake fresh.
Florida is home to many talented artists and authors, but it's rare to find two of them in the same family. Hillary Hemingway, the niece of the famous novelist and Nobel Prize winner Ernest Hemingway, is carrying on her famous family's legacy. Her husband, Jeff Lindsay, is famous in his own right. He's a best-selling author, best known for his Dexter series of books that became a smash hit TV series. Let's go traveling with Tony to meet this unique couple.
Every generation there are artists, there are musicians, there are writers. You can almost say there's, within the gene pool, there's a tendency for creativity and crazy. It's beautiful.
The Hemingways, a legacy of talent, including famous novelist and Nobel Prize winner Ernest Hemingway, and his niece Hillary, who has called Cape Coral home for more than 20 years with her beautiful family. An award-winning screenwriter, filmmaker, and author, Hillary has written at length about her famous uncle, including a script for a major motion picture originally set to star Annette Bening and Anthony Hopkins.
The most recent screenplay is Hemingway and Fuentes. Every year we're trying to get it going, and it's been cast numerous times. Different casts have come and gone. Andy Garcia is going to play Fuentes. He co-wrote it with me. We've had a number of drafts.
The $20 million film is in the works again after initially falling victim to the economic crash. Hemingway is no stranger to the ebbs and flows of Hollywood. Her husband is New York Times best-selling author Jeff Lindsay. He's the novelist behind the hugely successful Dexter series of books that also became a major hit as a TV series for Showtime. Lindsay's parents and the Hemingways were longtime friends. Hillary and Jeff initially worked together in LA on writing projects.
You can find anyone to sleep with, but to find a writing partner is like, holy crap, it's working. Don't do anything to screw it up. For the first 20 years of our marriage, everywhere we went, I was Mr. Hemingway, which is not much fun. And imagine if it's you, and everywhere you go, everyone you talk to, all they want to talk about is your wife's dead uncle.
But that changed thanks to a complex character named Dexter, a forensic detective who not only solves but also commits murders, killing those he knows are guilty of crimes.
I'd had this idea for a while about something to do with, you know, a killer, and it was going to be definitely in Miami. We were living there at the time. I want you to love Dexter and then go, but he's a killer. And that was really my Uber plan all along, is to make people think about that, because we don't have any real areas of black and white in morality anymore, and that scares me.
Dexter spanned 7 national bestsellers and led to 8 seasons as one of the most successful shows on television ever.
Jeff wrote this amazing series, Dexter, and he said, why don't you take the year off? And that was like, 14 years ago, which gave me time to do and pursue other things. So I got into art. It started quite simply as a form of relaxation. I enjoy it. I love working with the colors. I've always been ridiculously colorful. I love working with, obviously, the sea motif, and I love working and telling the story in the picture of animals.
Hillary's work is now featured in galleries such as Lauren's, which is in Tarpon Point and off Del Prado, even on t-shirts. Another colorful example of this colorful couple's colossal talents.
Hillary has given up so much to keep the family running that I really wanted her to have a successor too. She deserves it.
We stay together because we're each other's best cheerleaders and believe in each other's work. And what drew us to Southwest Florida is it's a beautiful place to live and raise a family. And that's what we've been doing for the last 25 years.
Florida is home to some of the best golfing in the world, but that can be intimidating for novices like me. The prescription? Get some help from the golf doctor. Part of living the Florida life is golf, no doubt. I'm a beginner, as you know. This is new to me, but I would love to learn some tips that would make me better if I would attempt to go out on the course.
Well, one of the things, when you get close to a green, people get confused. What do I do?
Sure.
Well, there's 3 basic shots the average golfer should learn. One is called a chip shot, which is going in the air 20% and rolling 80%. Then there's a thing called pitch and run, which means in the air 50%, running 50%. Then a pitch shot, which is 80%, 20%. A pitch shot would be if you're going over a bunker filled with sand, or over a little piece of water, or over a bush if you're in the trees. A chip shot would be when you're just off the side of the green And you don't need it to get in the air much. You just need it to get enough to get onto the green and then roll like a putt. So that brings us to the point. How much of the technique do I need to know? Well, it's kind of like this. You have beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, and professional. That doesn't mean playing for a living, it just means skill. So the beginner doesn't need to know much.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
That's where I'm at, no doubt.
We just need to know the clubs. This is a wedge. A wedge is a lofted club giving for a pitch shot. A 9 or 8 iron will do a little bit of a pitch and run, and then a chip would be a 6 or 7 iron, which would be a lot lower.
Literally shows you the angle.
Right,
okay.
Exactly, or the loft. So I'm going to take the wedge a second, put this aside, and I'm not going to go into the stance or anything, but I'm just going to give one basic tip. When you take the club back, keep it low to the ground and low going through. Low, low. And this will go right over the bag when I do that. Low, low. Okay? Now, I'm going to have you do it, except you're going to use a 7 iron. You're going to stand here and you choke down on the club, and your hands can go all the way down to the bottom, get close to it, and remember when you were putting?
Right.
Do the same little stroke as putting. So, let me see you take that a second. I'll go around the back here.
So still a small stroke. I'm just trying to hit the bottom of the bag.
Small. You're just trying to hit the bag.
You said choke down.
Yes.
My stance.
And then just go tick tock, tick tock. Not bad. Let's do it one more time. And I'm going to put a little object. I want you to think of that object
so if I'm
that
trying
you're
to
going to hit through. Right.
Okay. Then I'm hitting through.
You're going to keep it that low with that little object. Tick. Perfect. Okay, that's how simple. So you focused in front of the ball, you didn't focus at the ball, and that's a big mistake golfers make. That ball petrifies them. So if you think through the object, you're going to hit the object. That's how simple it is.
And it's something that even advanced golfers can think about as they're going.
Exactly, especially the advanced golfers, when they lose this shot, it's extremely embarrassing. And this is where you really score. Putting, chipping, pitching.
All right, thank you so much. This is Living the Florida Life.
You got it. Better golf with the Golf Doctor.
Florida fishing is a time-honored tradition and can be a tough career to dive into. So how did a farming couple from North Dakota become the second largest purveyors of stone crabs in the world? We'll find out coming up.
It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof up. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down.
Pinchers was built around teamwork and family. The passion that we have of serving fresh seafood at Pinchers is unbelievable. The red grouper, the black grouper, the triple tail. Only the good Lord knows what he's going to put in the traps or on a hook. Stone crab is so sweet, it is God's greatest invention in the world, the stone crab. The large and the jumbo are for the egos who like to spend a lot of money. We now have Pinchers from Tampa to Key West, including Marco Island. From the water to the table, you can't fake fresh.
Stone crabs are one of the most delicious delicacies offered here in the Sunshine State, but it takes a lot of hard work to bring them from the water to the table. So how did a farming couple from North Dakota become the second largest purveyors of stone crabs in the entire world? Let's find out.
We catch the blue crab today, cook them tonight. Tomorrow they're hand-picked. Our grouper comes in fresh off the boat. The stone crabs are cooked that night, delivered to the restaurant the next day. It's just fresh off the boat to them. You can't fake fresh.
And you can't fake hard work, determination, and dedication. Just ask Jeff and Denise Hoagland, the couple behind Island Crab Company on Pine Island. Jeff, a former construction worker and farmer in North Dakota, traded in his snow boots for fishing boots after his first trip on a crab boat in Southwest Florida more than 30 years ago.
I just happened to come down one winter, and my stepdad had been part-time blue crabbing in the river. I got in the boat with him and just fell in love with it. The rest was history. We came here literally with nothing.
I never even knew what a crab was when we moved here. Oh, I was mad. It was several years he paid for that one.
I remember my wife to this day crying, I want to go home. says, honey, we don't have a home to go to.
But they did have determination and drive. What started in a single bay in an island industrial park has grown to a massive operation and an incredible partnership with Grant Phelan and Phelan Family Brands.
He got us to go in with him, you know, and it was the best marriage of our life, definitely. Other than our marriage, but...
With these we cooked last night. We caught them yesterday, cooked them in a big cooker last night, put them in here overnight, and now the girls are going to prepare them for picking.
Okay.
Our boat's caught them right here in local water, all blue crab.
Gulf caught blue crab.
Yep, Gulf and our bay and inland waters. We're in the rivers and the passes here. That's how you get your cocktail fingers.
Ah, okay.
Fingers, one will be fingers, and then the other part of it will be your claw meat.
Okay. So you sell these too at Pinchers, right?
Yep.
You can buy these, you can buy the jumbo.
These are the pincher claws.
The pincher claws.
Try one.
All right. It's a...
They're good. Very good.
It's really good. It's so sweet.
Yep.
Nothing like it. Island Crab's fishing fleet of 30 boats also supplies Gulf-caught grouper, clams from Pine Island Sound, soft shell crab, stone crabs, and much more, in addition to the ever-popular blues.
That's a big female crab. You can tell the female, see her fingernail polish? Serious.
It's the red, right?
Yeah. So that's your female, and there's your male. That's a number one, yeah. They don't grow much bigger than that. Both Denise and I have worked hard at it, you know, just 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You know, you get back what you put into it. 37 years married, 25 years in the same business.
Yeah.
That's success.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed Living the Florida Life. If you have an idea for our show, let us know at info@livingthefloridalife.com and check us out on Facebook. Also, share your pictures of you living the Florida life with us. We might feature them in one of our upcoming shows. Join us next time for more adventures in paradise.